Hi everyone, thanks for clicking on today's video. To everyone who's recently subscribed, thank you very much, welcome. And to everyone who's an existing subscriber, hello to you too. I'm doing today's spread rather quickly. I did a lot of preparation for this spread. It's our Monday family chat night. We do a Zoom chat night every Monday. We started this at the beginning of lockdown and it's stuck. So while we were doing that, I did a lot of prep for this. So I still stick everything down, but a lot of the sort of like printing out, doing the writing, that sort of thing I did while we were chatting because I could do it on the computer and I was still looking at the screen, so they all kind of thought I was looking at them. I was paying attention. My daughter made cakes at school today. So that green circle is actually one of the bun cases, a clean one, but it's one of the bun cases she used, and this is just a picture of the actual cakes. I've stuck it down, leaving the four corners up because I'm using these little photo corners I used in my last spread, but I'm tucking them behind. So it's really easy because this was printed on sticker paper. It was easy just to stick the centre down and leave the corners up so I could position those behind. They're not perfect, but a bit of sparkle tricks the eye and it looks good enough. So, and then I'm just going to add my text for this spread underneath that, just explaining what the cupcakes are. So I hope you're all keeping well still and you are having a good December so far. And if you're doing December Daily with me, I hope you're getting off to a really good start. We do, as I mentioned, we do our quiz night. Well, it started off being a quiz night and then it just kind of became a bit of chat night because we found that we were repeating questions. So do any of you guys have anything new that you're now doing? You know, do you have any sort of ways of staying connected, any unique ways, especially in different parts of the world? That'd be interesting to know what everyone else is getting up to. So as I said, I'm doing my texting strips. I was originally going to do, the reason I did the photo on sticker paper is because I was printing some labels off and I was going to do a label, run it through my typewriter, but it was too big and it wasn't long enough, it just wasn't the right shape. So I did the texting strips. So I took a screenshot of our Zoom set. I actually reprinted, you'll notice this is a different image because some of the pictures weren't perfect and I kind of cropped them to make it, so I took the best bits from each photo, each sort of shot that I did, and moulded them into one. So, and I managed to get some fingerprints on there, so nothing of it a Holly can't fix. And I pulled this out of my ephemera file. I really liked this. I like the fact that his little mittens kind of go over the image, so he's sort of overseeing our little chat night. And we did don some Santa hats, those of us that had them to hand. So I'm going to put the Santa at the top there just because it fills that little bit of space. I was toying with the idea of putting a doily or something behind, but I really like how Santa looks at the top there. So again, I'm adding more text in strips at the bottom, and I should just add a few little embellishments to this page and call it done. So I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. There were a few screenshots I wanted to add, so managing to kind of take bits from each one and put them into one really good one it worked out brilliantly. And again, I'm doing those photo corners behind. This one was a little bit trickier because I didn't stick the image down first, so I was kind of trying to hold it in place and then I had to get my tweezers out. This one gave me a bit of grief because it just wasn't straight and I couldn't. It was too wonky. So I did try and rip it up at the end, but it's fine, it worked out okay in the end. So yeah, the photo corners I think makes such a big difference. They look really good. I like how these kind of come together with the photo corners behind. They're not too much. So when I'm sticking down heavier images like this photo paper, I like to use a glue stick in the centre, and I like to go around the edge with a wet glue. Now the glue in the centre allows the image to stay in place, it's easier to position, and the wet glue just holds the edges down a little bit better, I find, than a glue stick. And I'm using my sleeves to press it down so I don't get any more fingerprints on the picture. So I'm taking the back off this holly. This has a little foam square on it, but I want it to just be flat, so I'm going to use some fabric tack to stick that down. Does a good job. And that holly literally just perfectly covers those fingerprints. It was meant to be. So I need to get rid of that number 7. You can see the pencil mark at the bottom of the page. Stick my text down, add my Santa at the top, and then we're pretty much, there's just a couple more embellishments and we're pretty much done. So it's been a really quick spread tonight, as I said, because I did a lot while we were chatting away. It was a bit awkward to have the camera at the top filming because I wasn't doing it in at my craft desk. I was doing it at the dining table. The kids were there for some of it, so it was just a bit tricky to film, but I made the best of it. I did as much as I could, and then I had to restrain myself and stop until I could have a minute to really like put it all together. So what Christmas films is everyone watching? It's winter, it's freezing. We had a really frosty, foggy morning today. It was really slippery on the pavements as well. Walking my son to school, we both slipped on the ice. And had it been on purpose, my slip would have looked really cool because I literally skidded down the driveway. Oh, I shouldn't be telling you that because that's embarrassing, but it happened. So, you know, we'll own it. But yeah, it was a really frosty, cold, horrible morning. And yesterday when we were at Belton, by the time we got back to the car, I mean the handles were frozen solid. So I need some indoor activities. If anyone has anything, any ideas to share, I'd be eternally grateful. I'm sure everybody else will be as well. So I've added at the top right there where Santa is. I've added a wishing you a Merry Christmas sticker because I think that's rather fitting with all my family there. Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, and I just need to add my number 7 and we are done for this page. I hope you like that as much as I do. So until tomorrow, take care, I'll speak to you then.